Most people who start training make the wrong choice on day one. Not because they're lazy, not because they don't know what they're doing, because nobody told them the truth about what each path actually costs them. And I'm not just talking about money. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one fits your life, and you'll probably be surprised by the answer. Here's what most people think. Calisthenics is for broke people who can't afford a gym. The gym is for serious people who want real results. That's completely wrong. Choosing between calisthenics and the gym isn't about budget. It's about understanding what kind of fighter you are before the fight even starts. Pick the wrong arena and you'll quit in 3 weeks, wondering why you failed when the real problem was just the wrong match. So let's settle this the right way. Let's start with the obvious one, money. Calisthenics costs you nothing. Zero. The floor doesn't charge a subscription. Gravity doesn't have a premium tier. You could start tonight in your room with just your body. And that's not a workaround. That's the whole point. The gym, minimum $40 a month. Nicer gyms push $80, $100, sometimes more. And if you ever dream of training at home with a real setup, squat rack, barbell, plates, you're looking at over $1,000 before you even touch the bar. Now, here's what nobody says out loud. The gym might actually be worth every cent of that, depending on who you are. We'll get to that. But if you're starting from zero with no money, no equipment, and no excuses, calisthenics is the only honest answer. This is where people get blindsided. Calisthenics looks easy. Push-ups, pull-ups, squats, no weights, no machines, no complexity. You'd think it's the beginner option. It's not. From your very first rep, you're lifting your entire body weight. Whether you're 60 kilograms or 110 kilograms, you don't get to choose a lighter setting. Most beginners can't do 5 clean push-ups. A real pull-up, that can take months of grinding before you even get one. Calisthenics doesn't have a tutorial mode. It throws you into hard mode immediately. The gym is the opposite. 2-kilogram dumbbells exist. Machines literally guide your movement, so you physically can't do it wrong. A total beginner can walk in, sit at a cable machine, pick a manageable weight, and feel progress on day one. And that matters more than most people realize, because early wins keep you coming back. Both build muscle, both build strength, but they don't build the same thing. And this is where your goal determines everything. Calisthenics builds a body that moves. Every rep trains your core, your coordination, your balance, all firing at once. You become athletic, controlled. You feel strong because you are strong, not just because a number went up. The gym builds a body that looks strong. Machines let you isolate muscles with surgical precision. Want bigger biceps specifically? There's an exercise for that. Want your shoulders to look wider? There's a cable for that. And when it comes to legs, there's simply no calisthenics exercise that touches a loaded barbell squat. Pistol squats are impressive. 2 times your body weight on your back is a different conversation entirely. Neither is wrong. They're just different products. Here's a question nobody asks at the start. How will I know I'm getting better in the gym? That answer is simple. You lift 50 kilograms today. Next week, 52.5 kilograms. The numbers go up. Progress is visible, measurable, undeniable. Your logbook tells the whole story. In calisthenics, progression is a different beast. You don't add weight, you upgrade the movement. Push-ups become archer push-ups, then one-arm push-ups. Pull-ups become muscle-ups. Each level can take weeks or months to unlock. And tracking that, it's complicated. It's a feeling, a skill, a slow burn. For some people, that's deeply motivating. For others, it's invisible progress. And invisible progress eventually feels like no progress at all. Keep that in mind. It'll matter later. Let's say your real goal is losing weight. Most people's real goal is losing weight. Here's the truth. Neither calisthenics nor the gym is primarily a weight loss tool. The diet does most of that work, always. But if you're overweight and starting out, calisthenics can feel brutal. Every push-up is full body weight. Every movement is harder when you're carrying more. That can destroy motivation before it even builds. The gym scales down to meet you where you are. Light weights, guided machines, built-in cardio equipment, treadmills, bikes, ellipticals. It gives you more tools to build momentum early, which is the only thing that actually leads to long-term fat loss. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your willpower does. Calisthenics gives you freedom. Park, beach, bedroom. wherever. That's powerful. Until you realize the rain doesn't care about your leg day. And neither does the summer heat. The gym gives you a signal. Walking through the door is a commitment. The atmosphere, the person next to you hitting a personal record, it all pushes you without a word being said. You showed up. Now train. The flip side, that same commute to the gym becomes the easiest excuse to skip. On a bad day, neither environment is better. One of them fits you better. And that's a question only you can answer. Two things need to be said clearly. First, weightlifting does not stunt growth in young people. That's a myth. Done correctly, it builds bone density and supports healthy development. Second, neither calisthenics nor the gym will injure you if your form is clean and your ego is under control. Every injury story starts the same way. Bad technique, too much weight too soon, or skipping recovery. That's a human problem, not a method problem. Calisthenics does give a slight edge in mobility because the movements naturally demand a wider range of motion, but it's not a safety advantage. It's a flexibility bonus. So, which one? If you have zero budget, train alone, and thrive on discipline and skill, calisthenics is built for you. If you're a beginner who needs early wins, clear progress, and a structured environment, the gym will keep you consistent longer. If your priority is raw athletic movement and body control, calisthenics. If you want maximum size, symmetry, and the ability to target every muscle precisely, the gym. And if you want the best of both worlds, nothing stops you from combining them. Many of the best built athletes do exactly that. But before you choose either, figure out what you'll actually stick to, because the best training method in the world is worthless if you quit in month 2. That's the real answer, not calisthenics or gym, the one you'll show up for.